I have a feeling like one thing the contract management. I just read this whole chapter and I didn't really see anything that jumped out at me like this is a question, but I know that contract management is a section in the test. I don't remember how many questions of the test, so it might have been a small thing. It might have been an easy question, which is why I didn't make any notes or remember it. But if it was a question, I think I'm thinking with the pattern of the way this book is to the test, the contracting methods, and then single prime method being the traditional form of contracting. The contract project owner typically hires an architectural firm to design the contract. The contractor then performs the work according to the specifications of the project and is responsible for the cost of all materials and labor to obtain project complete. Um, or design build. That's what I do. Design build. I should get a, you know, I'm starting to think that subbing everything out is more um, reliable and more uh, like cost efficient than doing everything and designing everything. And when you design everything, you're really stealing a design from somebody else. So it's really you're just stealing the design, slapping that on a property. But I mean, I could design houses, and it's not like I didn't go to college for this. But um, you could sub everything out. You could hire everything out. But anyway, that's me. That's how I advertise. I do freaking everything with design build. Um, construction management. Sounds like they just hand something off. This is for bigger jobs. And then turnkey. Turnkey construction is similar to design build. In addition to managing the construction, the contractor also obtains financing and land. Under the turnkey model, the construction firm is obligated to complete a project according to pre-specified criteria, but with expanded principles and liability. The price is generally fixed at the time the contract is signed. I have a feeling like that might be for tract homes. Mm, I can't think of anywhere else where that would be used. Fast track construction. Under fast track construction management, the construction process begins before completion of the contract documents. Fast track construction involves a phased approach to the project. A contract may be drawn up for each phase. Generally, the cost is not fixed until the construction documents are complete and some construction commitments are already been made. I can see that happening if one if they divide up the job and somebody comes out and they're gonna do the, like the foundation, and then but they haven't bid the rest of the project yet, or maybe if they like the name kind of says to me, like if it's a government project or like a government housing or something like that, or a company that needs uh, a new facility, maybe for like a warehouse structure, and they say, we need this, and then somebody says, okay, we'll build it, and they sell them that they found the land. They go, we found this piece of land, and or maybe they even have a piece of land. A lot of construction companies have land. They go, we have all this land over here, we'll build that right there. And they start building, and they start getting the money for it. And at the same time, they start designing the house or designing the thing. I mean, I could see that happening if they are piecing the project out, or maybe if the contractor had the land and basically they're selling them the whole experience of buying land and building a structure. All right, I see that happening. Multiple prime contracts. Large construction projects may involve multiple prime contracts. The owner may contract with two or more prime contractors to complete the same project. This contracting method may integrate elements of the construction management and fast-track construction models. The owner takes on a more active role in managing the different prime contractors. Contractor and owner obligations must be clearly defined in the contract. I've seen definitely government contracts where basically they operate as if the government is the prime contractor. So, like one job I was on, I was working for a subcontractor, and GE was doing the big work in this facility, but we were a subcontractor. We weren't even a subcontractor for GE. We were a subcontractor for like the facility, I think. So maybe GE's number was just too much, and they contracted a piece of the project to GE, and they contracted just the anyway. They could sub and have multiple prime, or they could, I guess whenever they have multiple contractors, it's multiple prime. And partnering starts with setting common objectives and goals for a construction project. All parties involved, such as the owner, design professionals, engineers, and subcontractors, work together to achieve these objectives and goals. Several meetings are held throughout the bid and construction process to evaluate The decisions made by all parties and adjustments occur when necessary. Partnering increases commission and trust, consequently reducing potential litigation and claims. So I think keywords maybe that might be in the exam: turnkey, they're obligated to complete the project according to pre-specified criteria with expanded responsibilities and liability. The price generally fixed at the time the contract is signed. Or design build. Or single prime. So this might be something to do with a question, and I think I almost remember the word turnkey, and I think that the word turnkey is in the glossary, and that might be the answer that I went with on something. But that page was making something click. It was seemed like something that was in the test.